Yo, what is going on guys, DECAL here and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at 5 really cool Nissan Skyline car designs since the Nissan Skyline bundle just came out. I think this is a perfect video to make. And remember, we're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the 23rd of June and I will be giving away 5 more white octanes if we can do it. So if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe because if we can hit that milestone, we're giving away so many white octanes. But I am also giving away a white octane for 90k subs anyway, so subscribe and get involved with that. So anyway, let's hear from our sponsor at RL Exchange and then let's get into these really awesome Nissan Skyline car designs. If you want an easy way to buy cheap Rocket League items no matter what console you're on, head over to RL Exchange and use code DECAL at checkout for 3% off. It's a super easy site to use and there's a bunch of different payment methods that you can also use, and my favorite part is that they constantly run giveaways that you can enter by doing different tasks on the site. So make sure if you're buying things from RL Exchange, you also check out the giveaways tab because I know you guys love your free items, so why not do that? There's a link in the description that will get you all set up and hopefully you can enjoy buying some nice Rocket League items. So the first design here is a golden Nissan Skyline and honestly I really like this one. And I think this is a suitable car design for this classic JDM car. Honestly, we love Nissan Skylines when they're bright and funky like this. This is what they were truly made for. So let's get into the items featured on this car design. So the car itself, obviously the Fast and Furious, and the decal is the clutch decal which is made for the Nissan Skyline here. And just look at the way this decal is made. I really like this. It looks so nice. It suits this car so perfectly, and especially when you mix it with these paint finishes and colors. So speaking of paint finishes and colors, we have the primary color is this bright orange color, and we're going to be using anodized pearl with that, which gives us that golden look. Then we have a dark brown accent color, and if you use the EXO paint finish, as you can see, it makes it sort of glittery and shiny, and it just makes this car design pop. Now the wheels you see on this car are the chain helm sacred wheels, and you get them in burnt sienna, and they look like this. They look kind of golden, and with this car design it matches so nicely. Now you can use other golden looking wheels, but these ones definitely match the color scheme perfectly. Then when it comes to boost, you can use Alpha Boost if you have that, but I mean that's super expensive. You can use Golden Cosmos if you've got that, or you could use the Helios Boost if you want to use that. All 3 of those boosts work perfectly, but obviously take your pick. If you're using Backer's mod, then definitely put Alpha Boost on this thing. And the trail I've gone with is the friction trail. I think it matches nicely, but really you can match other trails if you prefer them. But I think the friction trail works really nicely here. And overall, this is one of my favorite Nissan Skyline car designs to date. I really like how bright it is, and the fact that these wheels glow like that, look at them. It really just does match the whole golden scheme. Next up, we have this car design, and I really like the use of this sort of maroon, browny red sort of color. I don't know if that is maroon. I don't know what color this is. It's just really nice. So let's get into how to make this car design. So what you want to do is, of course, equip the Nissan Skyline, and this time you're using the home stretch decal. Now, what I like about this decal is there's 3 parts to it, but obviously there's only 2 colors that you use. As it turns out, the primary color actually affects the top and bottom of this car. As you can see, when I change the color, the top half and the bottom half sort of change, and the bottom half is kind of a mixture between the accent and the primary color, which I think looks awesome. So what you're going to want to do is select this dark sort of orangey red primary color, and you're going to want to use the ribbon candy paint finish, which gives it that really slick look on the top there. If you use anything else, it doesn't look as cool. The ribbon candy really makes this one pop. Then for the accent, you're going to want to use this bright light pastel yellow color, which you see on that middle strip, and you're going to make that anodized pearl. And what that does is make the bottom half a completely golden color. But the best part is it's that golden color, but it's also the ribbon candy paint finish, so it's really sort of streamlined, and the anodized pearl gives it that shine, so you get a really golden original sort of look there. Then the wheels, I've used Daichi wheels. These are limited wheels that you get if you had the game before free to play, but if you don't have that, there are plenty of other golden sort of wheels that you can look at, but Daichi wheels definitely work best. And you don't really have to use gold wheels. You could use some black painted wheels to give that sort of more subtle look to it, but I think Daichi are perfect. Then again, for the boost, just like the last one, any sort of golden boost will do. Helios is nice and cheap, so I've gone with that. But again, Golden Cosmos works, and Alpha Boost will also work. And then for the trail, I've used Friction Trail again because it kind of goes with that top color, but really you could use things like maybe Hot Rocks. Hot Rocks is quite a good one that can go with it, but really choose your trails out of whatever trails you have. And that gives us that car design. Honestly, another one of my favorite car designs here. I really like this decal. I didn't realize how cool this decal was until recently. It's definitely one of the cooler Nissan Skyline decals. Now we have this really clean car design, and honestly the inspiration for this car design was actually one of my subscribers. I went in there to trade for some blueprints and he had this car design on, and honestly it really did inspire me. It looked really nice. Now he had white Zombas on with this, but I think some different wheels were definitely there to spice it up, so I've gone with this car design right here. And I really like the colors on the top and bottom. Like I said, this decal is just a really awesome decal. So to start with, we're going to take the homestretch decal again, and we're going to use this pastel-y red primary color, and we're going to make it matte because that really just gives it that really clean cut design. Then we're going to make white as our accent color and used brushed metal as the paint finish. I think that works nicely. You could use anodized, but in my opinion the brushed metal gives a nice conserved sort of clean look. And the wheels we're going to be using here are the spanner inverted wheels, and these wheels aren't painted, and that actually matches the colors of the bottom half of this car design. Then for the boost, honestly, take your pick. I've used popcorn because I think it matches the colors, but I think you could choose any titanium white boost. I didn't want to choose a titanium white boost for this because honestly, if you're going to spend money on a white boost, you can pick any white boost you want. So I've just gone with the fun little popcorn boost. And if you didn't know how to get this boost, then all you have to do is put in the code popcorn on the redeem code section of Rocket League and you'll get it for free. So I think that looks quite funny, but like I said, I think a titanium white boost will go nicely with this one. And then for the trail, I think the Hot Rocks is quite a cool one to go with it. It doesn't match the colors perfectly, but it gives sort of another gradient of these three colors that are on the car anyway. But you could also go with something like Friction or any sort of trail of your choice. But in my opinion, I actually do like the Hot Rocks look, and the little rocks that come out of the Hot Rocks, as you can see, they kind of match the color on the bottom of the car. So this design is super clean. It's a little different to the ones we've seen already, and I really do like it, especially that color on the top. I think it looks really good in a matte color like that. Now we have another very bright one to rep the JDM cars. Look at this Nissan Skyline. Bright green and blues really make this thing pop. So what we're going to be using is, again, that decal. The homestretch decal just works too well. The fact that you can get three colors out of it makes it one of the coolest decals for the Skyline. So we're going to be using a very bright primary blue, and we're going to be using the pearlescent paint finish. But honestly, I advise you guys to just play around with different paint finishes on this one and just sort of mess around with them and see what you like, because you don't have to use the same paint finish as I say in this video. You can definitely switch them up because this one has a lot more room for adjustments. I think you guys can definitely come up with some cool variants of this one. So we're going to use a bright green as the accent with a matte paint finish here. Again, change this up if you want. I think the medallion does look quite cool. It gives that kind of Zomba effect as well. But yeah, just those colors and choose the paint finishes you like. And the wheels are of course forest green Zombas because they have that bright green and the dark blue, and then they have the light blue in between. Now for the boost, this is actually the Comet boost in forest green, and as you can see, you get that green on the outside and you get a sort of dark bluish purpley color in the middle, and I think you can't really tell the difference when you're looking at it. So it definitely does kind of match that blue and green look to it, and a really good boost to go with this car design. Then for the trail, I've actually gone with the Toon Hydro Trail. I think that's quite accessible to you guys, and I think it does look quite cool since the bottom half of this car is that same blue color. So I think having the bright green and the dark blue on the boost, and then having the light blue on the trail, when you're boosting at full speed, you'll be able to see all the colors on your car coming out the back end of the car as well. So I think that just really does finish that car design off. And then finally, I really like this car design, bringing back the Mendoza wheels that honestly I've missed using these. I remember when these came out and these were one of my favorite wheels. They still are. Non-painted Mendoza wheels just look amazing, and the blue and yellow color scheme on Rocket League goes together so well. So of course, for the last time, we're using the Nissan Skyline, and we're going to be using no decal. But what that really means for the Nissan Skyline, as you know, is you're going to be using this classic Nissan Skyline decal that you get when you select no decal, the classic original Nissan Skyline decal. So then you want to go over to the colors. You want to be choosing this pastel-y blue because then it matches those Mendoza colors, and you want to be putting anodized pearl on that bad boy. Then you want to take a similar pastel-y sort of orange-yellow color to match those Mendozas and put that one in matte. Now the reason I choose matte is because as you look at the Mendozas, they're not really shiny, they're very matte sort of wheels themselves, so you actually don't need to necessarily go with an anodized pearl primary color. However, I think it looks really cool when you look at the car at different angles. You can actually go with choosing a matte paint finish for the primary and then sort of darkening it up a little bit if you want to. That does work as well, but in my opinion, the anodized pearl effect that you get as you turn the car makes this car design pop. And then, as I said, the wheels are going to be Mendoza wheels that were an old RLCS reward. And the boost I'm going to use here is the flamethrower boost, because why not use the boost that's literally free? And look at it, blue and yellow right there. You couldn't ask for a boost that goes better. And then the trail, if you use the discotheque trail, you actually get a blue and sort of yellowy orange color anyway. But again, trails are definitely up to personal preference. If you don't want to choose these, you could choose a cobalt painted trail or an orange painted trail, and they'll all look really good with this car design. But that finishes off the video. 5 Nissan Skyline car designs. I really like the look of all of these. I think the Skyline is quite a hard car to make car designs for, because using black markets on it and things like that don't necessarily look as good as they do on something like an Octane. Keeping it sort of realistic, something that you could actually make in the real world, like all of these decals that you get with the Nissan Skyline, are definitely the best way to go when creating Skyline car designs. So let me know, guys, in the comments down below if you have any Nissan Skyline car designs of your own. Then leave them in a comment. Just make your comment and say what decal it is, what colors to use, what wheels, trail, boost, etc. Because you guys always come up with good car designs. And if you do want to send me a picture of the car design, then definitely just tweet me on Twitter at DillBobsYT or message me on Instagram at DillBobsOfficial. But that is it from me, guys. Remember, if you're still watching now and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? You might as well subscribe. And if you don't have the Nissan Skyline yet, make sure to use code DillBobsYT in the item shop if you're going to be buying anything from the bundles. And that's it from me, guys. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.